right, 6:43 right now. And Rob, you know, you were mentioning for those who are going out to all of these MLK festivities, they may want to bundle up for sure, head to toe.
Yeah, really cold out there and breezy, which makes it feel colder than it is. So as the temperatures try to get into the 40s, and that's as warm as it's going to get today, you factor in that breeze and it'll feel 5 or 10 degrees colder than it is. So even if we get to 43 or 44 this afternoon, it's not going to feel that warm. Not that that's warm. It's going to still feel like it's in the 30s all day. And it does feel like we've got a pretty good chance to see temperatures really bottom out into the middle 20s overnight tonight, especially more to the north and to the west. But if we can start to generate some clouds, then maybe we can prevent those temperatures from getting as low as they otherwise would. I've been seeing a few clouds at times try to move into some of our areas south of I-10 even this morning. The more clouds that we generate and the more that stick around tonight, that will help in where those temperatures go. We'll be looking to the south and west for that next energy to try to push some of that moisture north. And depending on where that energy goes, it's going to make a huge difference for how much moisture gets here, how much cold air is still around, and how that all impacts our precipitation chances for tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. We're at 30 degrees in Thomasville right now. We're at 31 for Tallahassee and for Valdosta. Pretty good breeze out of the north, makes it feel a few degrees colder than it is. That's going to be the case all around. I see Perry at 33, Cross City at 34. They're the only spots above freezing, everybody else below. Look at all the 28s from Blakely to Bainbridge to Quincy to Camilla to Tifton. I see that 29 in Moultrie and in Marianna. Up in Dothan, Alabama, it's just 27. The breeze makes it feel colder than it is. That breeze got a little bite to it, and it's certainly going to be noticeable throughout the day today. So temperatures that are right around 30 are feeling like in the mid-20s. Temperatures in the upper 20s are feeling like the low 20s. Dothan, Alabama feels like 19. Bainbridge feels like 20. So we've got those wind chills, 5 to 10 degrees colder than the actual air temperature, and the actual air temperatures are cold. Yeah, there are some clouds trying to pass by to the south, and we'll see how many of those clouds can find their way into more and more of our area overnight tonight. That really could limit how cold it gets tomorrow morning, when there is the potential for many hours in those mid-20s. And I think the further north and west you are, that's where we have the better chances for those hard freeze conditions. Futurecast is trying to bring the precipitation to the area before supper time tomorrow evening. When it gets here is going to make a difference just based on a few things like where the temperatures are when it starts, how much that air warms up once the precipitation gets going, and how high up in the atmosphere that warming happens. Usually warmer air comes in a little bit above the surface, so you get that slice a couple hundred feet up where any snow falling could melt. That's when you get that freezing rain or that ice when it hits that cold surface down at the earth. So that could be all kinds of issues that we have to mix in there. So it's not just some of the pretty white stuff that falls and then we kind of brush it away. There could be some dangerous road conditions if it indeed does end up turning into that freezing rain or that ice. So those are some of the real concerns for the overnight period tomorrow into Wednesday. We've got some time between now and then to really detail and fine-tune all that for you, and of course we will. We'll have lots of updates. This should all be gone very early before sunrise on Wednesday morning, unless something really slows down. And that means the day turns out a little bit better, but those roads will still be slick and slippery early on Wednesday morning. And the cold is not going away. It's going to stick around for the rest of the week too. On the Gulf today, winds out of the north and northeast up to 20 knots. So breezy everywhere, 20s and 30s, feeling like teens and 20s this morning. I think the warm spots can get to the mid-40s this afternoon, but not all of us are going to get there. And then it's going to feel maybe 8 to 10 degrees colder with that wind chill. The cold spots north and west tonight, hours and hours below freezing. If we can bring back some of the clouds, that will adjust some of those overnight temperatures. And there's the 7-day forecast. The best chance for the most precipitation Tuesday night into very early Wednesday. With a little bit of luck, that's all gone by the time we get up on Wednesday. And it does look like it stays cold all the way through the week.